Tonight we are looking into water issues popping up across the state. The city of Tonkawa dealing with a water emergency.
The emergency declared Friday, and yesterday officials shut off the water, issued a boil order. Fox 25's Tom Ferguson on the ground there now. Tom, are residents able to get water from anywhere right now?
There are two water buffaloes in town right now, Adam and Wendy. Take a look at this one near the train depot near 6th and Grand. You can come here, fill up water bottles, jugs. This is safe to drink. And this afternoon, we looked into what caused this massive disruption. Tonkawa residents are having to stop by stations like these to fill up. Back at home, their faucets aren't much use right now.
You don't realize how much you miss the water until you don't have it.
According to city manager Nick Payne, last week's bone-chilling weather set this crisis into motion. Amid significant water system leaks, line breaks, and dripping faucets depressurizing the city's supply.
It's just a bunch of little things that all got together in a perfect storm.
Payne said issues started cropping up on Tuesday. Then he said things got worse into Thursday as water valves and sensors started failing.
You can't drive 10, 15, 30 minutes away from here and not find a system like ours, where some of it's old, some of it's new. We're constantly either patching or updating it.
Payne told Fox 25 that the water metering system, in the process of being upgraded, gave the city a false sense of security. However, by Thursday night and Friday morning, it became apparent the city needed to rebuild its water supply, prompting the emergency declaration. After continued issues, the shutoff came a couple days later. In the meantime, residents here are pulling together and making do.
Going to my daughter's house in Blackwell to take a shower, and the rest of that just filling water jugs and keeping stuff so we can flush toilets and keep living.
Tonkawa schools were closed today and will be closed tomorrow as well. The city manager expects water to be running by Wednesday. However, that boil order will not be lifted until after tests are done. If you're impacted, you'll want to stay up to date with that latest information. We'll have helpful links available on our website, okcfox.com. Live in Tonkawa, Tom Ferguson, Fox 25 News.
Thank you, Tom. An Oklahoma City utilities crew's been dealing with a water main break near Northwest 36th and Penn. The city sent out a notice just before 1:30 this afternoon, reporting the eastbound and westbound lanes of 36 between Penn and Westmont temporarily closed while crews worked. The city said customers in the area could see a brief disruption in water service. The repair is expected to be complete around 8 tonight. Right now, the city says it's not clear what caused the break. We also saw another water main issue on a section of North Penn less than 2 weeks ago. Crews repaired a 20-inch water main rupture on the 13th near Northwest 16th and Penn. All northbound and southbound lanes of Penn were shut down while crews worked on repairs. Some Bethany residents say they've been waiting for a water leak to get fixed in their neighborhood since November.
Fox 25's David Chazanoff joins us live from 27th and College. David, has the city been doing anything to address this?
Adam and Wendy, the city put traffic cones out here to tell drivers to be cautious on this road. The one woman tells me many drivers weren't being too careful during last week's cold snap.
This one, just like I said, went too fast. It kind of looked like Grand Theft Auto out there, where they're just straight airtime hitting the front of their car. Like, I'm surprised there's not car parts out here.
Angela Key took videos Wednesday night of drivers having trouble with the water leak outside her house, which froze into a ramp.
I think it was like a Dodge Challenger or Charger, and just went way too fast, way too quick, hit his front end. I've been in contact with the city of Bethany in regards to it, because as you can hear, it's very loud, so I can actually hear the splashing in my house all day long and all night long.
Bethany City Manager Elizabeth Gray tells Fox 25 some leaks unfortunately take a while, as the city has to prioritize repairs on water outages, water volume loss leaks, and sewer malfunctions first.
It's been so long that, after a while, you just kind of think, is it ever going to get done?
Gray says the leak along North College Avenue is at the top of the list for non-emergency repairs, and they are working with the contractor to replace the inserter valves. Janice Wolf says this is the worst water situation she's dealt with in the 29 years she's lived in the neighborhood.
This is unlike Bethany. Bethany usually, to me, gets things done. It's disappointing that this has been going on this long.
Gray tells me she's not sure when those repairs will happen as she's still waiting for more information from the contractors. Reporting live in Bethany, David Chazanov, Fox 25 News.
David, thank you. This time last year, the freezing temperatures also caused issues for Kanawha's water supply system. Like Tonkawa, the city brought in water buffaloes to ensure people were living there had access to water. Now, at the time, the city manager told us between the pump freezing up and residents dripping their faucets to keep pipes from bursting, the city's water supply greatly depleted. The issue forced him to shut off the water citywide for 2 days.
It's just old infrastructure at the end of the day. This town's hurting for money like most other small towns. It's hard to get the money for the infrastructure.
As the city worked to address the issue with the pump, the water supply took another hit when a line that had been installed back in 1938 broke. Some Kanawha residents reported they were without water for at least 9 days as the city made the necessary repairs.
Water infrastructure, an issue we've been covering for years, and now a state lawmaker trying to pass legislation to create the Water and Wastewater Infrastructure Investment Program. Senate Bill 92 would direct the Oklahoma Water Resource Board to develop competitive loans so cities and towns and counties can upgrade and replace aging infrastructure. According to the measure, a revolving fund would be created to allocate money for the loans. The bill passed in the Senate Appropriations Committee last week, and if signed into law, the bill would take effect immediately.
Some Oklahomans are dealing with other types of water issues caused by burst pipes. Daniel Mendoza says he came home to find the pipe under his bathroom sink had burst and flooded parts of his home. He called in a plumber to help with the repairs before tearing out the carpet. He believes one precaution could have saved him the headache.
All they have to do is just turn underwater slightly, and we can avoid problems like this. Make sure that the house, the piping in the back is insulated also, very important.
As your pipes continue to thaw out, plumbers say if you see any sign of a broken pipe, the first step is to turn your water off.
You need to know where your shutoffs are. Knowing where your water meter is and how to get to it even whenever it's snowing is a huge deal.
According to Progressive, homeowners insurance may cover sudden water damage caused by a burst or leaking pipe and pay to repair or replace damaged items like floors and carpeting. So it's important to check your policy. And that was your big story breakdown tonight. You can learn more about the Tonkawa water emergency and infrastructure concerns on OKCFox.com.
Plus, you want to check out our previous big story breakdowns on our YouTube page. Scan the QR code on your screen or search OKC Fox.